Yeah?
Oh, yes, I got it.
Okay, great. So,
for some reason, the link was not working that I was receiving, that it wasn't working.
So you're saying I messed up.
That's what I'm saying.
I gave you, Julie. How can that be?
Okay.
I'll take responsibility. Hello, everybody. Can they all hear me now?
Can you see?
People can see me now.
All right.
Okay.
Go to the chat window, please.
You're not talking to me, are you?
And refresh.
So,
page.
Everybody can hear me in my chat, in the chat room. So those of you watching on Google Hangouts, please go to TarotVisions.us, click on Live Show, and come into the chat room because it's really fun. I say it's fun. And I live on the beach town, so I'm partying, and I have been off doing it. I've been off on a hyenas, I call it hyenas. I've taken some time off for the last few months, and I have revamped the website. Thank you, Julie and Ian, for that. And Doug, I wanted to let you know, and I kept meaning to tell you, but all sorts of stuff were going on.
Click on arrow.
And so, anyway, in Google Hangouts, I'm looking for a wider audience to reach, so I can spread the love to everybody. Anyway, the beach where I live out here, people are enjoying themselves. It's so beautiful. I live down in San Diego River. So if you can hear them, well.
Are you still in there?
So you can see.
Will you scroll up, please?
So you can see me.
Will you scroll to my name?
And I don't know.
Click on my name.
So, it's funny, Julie. We tested this so many times. Even Ian, we did it perfectly. What up with that? This is a live call.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable.
It's not working.
Well. Can you see her? Yeah, Ian can see you, and he refreshed the page.
Oh wait, I'm looking. I can see me too. Okay, great. Okay, so hello everybody. So everybody that can hear me in chat, hello. And I'm Doug. You didn't hear me before. Is Doug still in there?
Doug is still in there.
Okay, Doug, thank you. We tested this and tested, but
he hasn't. I don't think he can see or hear you yet.
Oh well, I'm looking on my iPhone and I can hear and see me.
I can too, but I don't know if everybody.
Well, have you asked them?
Yes, I'm saying. I have asked, and I'm not getting any answers. Ian can see you. I'm looking at his. He refreshed his page.
Okay, and also remember the delay there. There is a bit of a delay. Sometimes, Julie, we talk. Remember? Because I am able to see me on my phone. There I am.
Okay.
There I am. Isn't it weird to technology? There I am. I'm just not able to say hello to everybody in chat room, but hello everybody in the chat room. And
so Becca says she can see.
Okay.
Yay! Hi Doug. Hi Becca.
Hi Becca. And
Bobby says has to get rid of the echo.
In your head, Bobby? You have demons in it? I'm joking.
Doug, is there an echo? We got Mrs. Mike has joined.
Hello, Mrs. Mike.
And guest 6674, thank you. They see you.
Great. And I am using a new, well, I've been talking about,
Rose is saying she can.
Oh, great. Hello, Rose. I don't know who's in the chat room. And Doug, like I said, I'm hoping you'll enjoy this. And we tested it quite a bit, Julie, before we even tried this.
Yes.
It took me so long, and everything was fine except tonight. But
of course, when we go live, it's not fine.
But we were live. We did a whole test.
I know.
But anyway, I'm trying to reach out, and there's a lot more viewers at Google. This is great. I'm trying to widen things out. I'm reaching out to a lot more viewers, like people that are on Google Hangouts watching right now. Please go to TarotVisions.us and click on Live Show. And it's real easy. You just sign in any name you want, any password, and you go in there. And it's a really great the dogs, my neighbor's party. It's a really warm and welcoming and fun time. I like the people in the chat room, although I'm not in there this evening, and that will just because it is what it is. So those, because I have a lot of viewers looking, a lot of viewers on Google Hangouts, and like I said, I've been I wanted to reach out to more people. That's why I changed things up here. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this as time goes on, because I've been off for like, what, 3 months, 4 months?
Yes, yes. So
tonight I wanted, on this banner here, like I said, things are new to me here. Like for 3 months, Julie and I have been every night trying to figure, this or that, how to do this. But everybody,
no.
What's wrong, Julie?
Now say, Mrs. Mike is saying it's frozen.
I'm a frozen. I don't see myself being frozen. Actually, on my phone, I can't believe how good the audio, I can't believe how good on my phone. This is actually one reason why I wanted to do this too on all the Androids and the iPhones. I'm getting a really clear picture on my iPhone I'm looking at right now. I don't know what you guys say.
Yeah, I see a really good picture too. I don't know why it's frozen. Try clicking on it again. I'm not sure.
It could be their computer issue. It looks like everything is so far okay, but what's that, Julie? Oh,
can you sign in? Uh-oh.
What's that? Another glitch?
I don't know.
Well, it's okay. I'll just start talking about. I'm going to mute you, and I'm going to start talking about. Oh, you see the call? It's Skype doing stuff again. Skype is always having issues with Skype. It's looking like. Well, hello to everybody, and those of you who you want to. But hello to Google Hangout people. And I'm gonna, every Saturday night, pretty much, I'm getting back into doing TarotVisions Maureen Aug. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm crazy, crazy good. And I'm going to mute you, Julie. I think I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to. How do I do that? Well, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about me. I'm an intuitive psychic empath, and I've been doing this for 24, 25 years professionally. I also a radio show on Thursday nights, fantastic radio show. I do psychicaccesstalkradio.com. We have fantastic guests. We have 4 co-hosts that we rotate guests. We have really fantastic. We have all the shows are archives, and we have a great interactive chat room as well. So that's Thursday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can figure out the rest. That's okay. And like I said, if you can't make the live show, definitely make. You can listen to the archives, and we have. It goes all the way back from May 2010, which I've been a part of it since the beginning of time, and it's really good. So that's psychicaccesstalkradio.com. It's called the Psychic Viewpoint. And Maureen, myself, and Steve Frampton, Stephen Lewis, and Dr. Noma Murray is also the co-host. So just saying. And this show, I'm trying to get back into every Saturday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I do take a live call-in for do readings. I also will have guests on. Tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about what my feelings were, my heartfelt feelings about Robin Williams and about my personal experience with that whole thing. Julie, are you there? Julie?
Yes, I am. I'm muted, so you can.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm being heard, aren't I?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Anyway, I do want to talk to Samoan about Robin Williams, and the reason is I know everybody's talking about him. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, he's been all talked down. So I don't care what you say, because this is my show. I can do what the hell I want. Anyway, the reason why I want to bring him up is because of it's a real personal issue I have with people, because of my own personal experience in my past with mental illness or depression. And I'm not shy, I really will throw myself out there. In the work I do, I love helping people. It can be overwhelming. And I am what I am. I don't believe in anything. All I know is what I know. And I don't like that word belief in the first place. But when I hear about people, saying, well, someone I know, very close to me, a relative, said, how selfish of him was he? And it really broke my heart because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to go into a place where it's just unbearable. And a lot of times, people, and I'm talking through experience, I'm not just talking out of my, okay? A lot of times, you know, I've been called, some people will go, you're the most happiest person, you're so funny, and I think I'm funny. I'm very humorous. I've been like that since I was a kid, but there was always something really, I was always very depressed. I've been dealing with major depression all my life. And people, a lot of people, the comedians as well, will always, and they make everybody laugh, and they're really happy people, but they're not. Sometimes they're just not. They're very not. They go to a dark place. And no matter what, it doesn't matter, you know, people may love them and everything else. It doesn't mean that they don't know that. It's just that it's unbearable sometimes to think that you can just be in this, on this earth any longer. And it always used to break my heart because of me being an empath, me also being on the end of where I checked myself in many years ago to a place. It was in the 80s because I was always trying to exit out of life. But I always appeared very happy, and I wasn't faking it. That's how I dealt with myself. And I made others laugh, and I was bubbly and stuff, but on my, you know, sitting back by myself, it wasn't like that. And it still carries on today like that, and it's scary. And if it wasn't for my daughter, if it wasn't for my daughter, I don't know. Sometimes it's just so, I can't explain it. It's just such a hard place to be, and then there's shame involved. So the thing of it is, with Robin Williams, oh my God, he brought so much joy and all his laughter to everybody else, and it really broke my heart more so because I can feel what it would be like. I could feel his energy being like that because I know it all too well. And again, people start judging people about how selfish. Yeah, you know, that's true. There were times people are selfish. For myself, when I was in my 20s, I would call everybody up and say, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with this life I'm going. And I'd hang up on them, and they'd be far away, and I'd let them suffer. That was wrong. But when I really started saying I'm really happy, and everybody had no clue, is when I, you know, wanted to do the deed finally. Something. I don't know, called to higher power, something goes, you're not going anywhere. You have things to do. So I just wanted to bring that up because he was on the outside so happy and hilarious, but what a hard place to be when deep down he just didn't feel good. He just was in a dark place. And sometimes you just can't get out of that funk. And yes, maybe that's a weak person or not a weak person, but a lot of people that are very sensitive or very much interested in making others laugh, and they're needed for that. That's what they do. That's how they get by. And then in their quieter moments, they just don't feel like they just don't feel like being here. So I'm not condoning someone doing anything like that, but I do understand it, and I'm not judging at all. I'm very objective about it because of my personal experience. And I'm throwing all my issues out to everybody, and fine, judge me all you want, perhaps. Hopefully you won't. But the reason why I wanted to bring that up, because it's coming from somebody that has been through some things as I have. So I feel I have more of a right to be talking about this. But people that don't, they don't know what it's like, and also the shame that goes with it. I just wanted to bring that up. So bless his heart. And all the times, he was laughing and making us laugh, and he's he's just a natural. It was just a natural thing he did. Just like and everybody says, oh, he's just a happy guy, but no, there was something going on. So I'm losing viewers right now, but that's okay. That's all right. Julie, are you there?
I am.
Thank you. If anybody else would like, if anybody would like to call in for a reading, that's all I wanted to say. Julie, is there anything you wanted to ask me about what I was talking about?
No, I definitely relate to what you had to say. Okay, and
I really exposed myself, so there, I'm okay with doing that. And I've exposed myself, and I am funny. See, there you have it. God, it's amazing. People are like, you are the happiest person in the world, and it's like, I'm not. And I'm not pretending to be. It's just that no, but that's the only thing I know to go on to get that energy out. And I can relate to Robert Williams. It's like, wow. And that's all I want to say there. But if anyone would like to call in for a reading, Julie, I think that'd be okay, yeah?
Yes.
The number, I got input on the thing, but you can Skype TarotVisions, which is TarotVisions, or you can call 858-952-1090. And I don't have I don't have it set up to where people can be put into a queue or a green room, whatever you want to call it. So if you call up and I'm on the line with someone else, you can't get through. That's why. I'm going to keep the reading short. Usually I used to do a little bit longer ones, but I'm going to keep them a little bit shorter than normal. So if there's others. So please call in if you'd like a reading. And when you do call in for a reading, as we do on Thursday nights, the same thing. It works better when we have a little bit of time restraint. It's not that I don't have a lot of time. In order for me to best help you with any situation, like what you want to call that, please be direct, one question only, just because it's just a short period of time, because I could start picking up all sorts of stuff and the whole thing could get out discombobbled. So
you've had a couple people comment in the chat room, because I know you can't go into the chat right now.
Right.
Can you hear me, Maureen?
Yes.
Okay. Mrs. Mike said exposure is the best cure, and guest 14327 said, Maureen, you just said a lot of what I've been through. We often use humor to deal with the darkness. Smiley face. That was Becca. That was Becca.
Becca? Yeah, Becca.
She's having trouble keeping it on saying her name, so we'll figure it out.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you for those remarks. Because, like I said, I'm not trying to stand out and brag about my past torment or what happened to me. I didn't go all into it, but it doesn't mean that because I've gone through it doesn't mean that I don't feel upset about someone else. In fact, it's odd that I feel so. I remember the one time when I checked myself into some place, and the same night, they take everything sharp away. They take everything away from you. The same night I met this woman. She was a beautiful Asian woman, and I was in my 20s. She was in her 20s, and that night I heard all this ruckus and all this stuff going on, and they're screaming and yelling, and she had she had strangled her own self, and I completely broke down over this. Now someone says, well, you're in there for the same reason, trying to do yourself in. What are you crying about? I could feel that so sad, and it broke my heart, even though I can't feel the sadness for me because I'm so deeply screwed up or whatever, I don't know, with screwed up, sensitive, or just lost and in a dark place. It just really affected me. So when I hear about someone else with that, it affects me very much so. And it's not because he's a celebrity, it's not because of that. I can just feel how. Anyway, thank you for those comments. I'm glad you were following me on that. I just want to bring it up. Everybody's talking about blah, blah, but I do feel, it's a good example of someone that's like, yeah. And, I've been told I should be a stand-up comedian, you guys. Come on. On a lighter note. And actually, Robert Williams was the same thing. So the fact of it is, George Carlin's gone. I was told I was like a George Carlin. And now maybe I'll just step it up to the plate. Maybe. Do I think I am? Anyway.
You so could be a stand-up comedian.
I'm just saying. Okay. So if you'd like to call in for reading, 858, I should try to put up 858-952-1090, or TarotVisions is my Skype name. I will try to get this up on I'm glad that we got this working. Doug, I hope you are okay with what you're seeing. It makes a lot. It makes me want. It makes a difference to me how you feel about this show a lot. I just want you to know that. Okay?
Doug's left. We'll have to discuss that later.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I can hear it later. That's all right. It's okay. Okay, so anyway, anybody else has come in? Julie, let me know I said hello because I'm not in there. I don't know. I can see it's amazing how clear it is on the phone.
Can you see the chat room at all on the phone?
No, I can't because I couldn't log in. But I can't believe how good. I'm really happy about that. And people over at Google here, Google Hangouts, again, if you want to go and interact with the chat, go to TarotVisions.us, please, and come into the chat room there. It's really kind of cool. And it's the same thing you're going to see here. The end.
So I'm going to say hi, Becca. Hi, guest 1683. Hi, guest 48382, which is also Rose.
Oh, hi, Rose.
Hi, guest 6674. Hi, Melissa Rose, and hi to
Susan.
Mrs. Mike.
Mrs.
And
Mike.
I'm adding a call for a Skype
Thank you.
meeting.
Thank you, Julie.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, it's Maureen.
Let me see if I...
that was your hello.
No.
That was your hello.
Hello?
Hello.
There.
Hi. Who am I speaking to?
I'm speaking to Reggie.
Oh, hi, Reggie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great. What can I do for you?
I like to say that you're the best.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far.
Huh?
I wouldn't go that far, Reggie, but thank you. Thank
You
you.
are the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes not. But that's okay. Thank you. So, Reggie,
Yeah.
did you have a question for me? So I can, like I said, if you could be, because my timer's, I'm going to be doing shorter readings now. So anything that could be more where I could help you and, one question type of thing, that'd be great.
Well, just that my landlord was acting crazy about a car that was parked in the parking lot, and he went really overboard about it, more than they should have. And I was wondering why they threatened to tow my niece's vehicle away.
Okay,
It's really crazy.
Okay, so what I hear you asking me is that the landlord where you're living is giving you a bunch of headache or hassle about your car being in the parking lot, or it should...
Yeah, because it wasn't running, and yet the other cars here that's not running either.
Okay.
And,
Do you have assigned parking?
No, we don't. Well,
Okay.
we do, but the area I'm parked at is unassigned.
But still, you're able to park there because it's unassigned anyway. A guest could park
Yeah.
there, right? Okay.
The vehicle was moved, but they threatened to tow it and stuff. Just went overboard.
No, I get it. No, this is what they can do. Do you have an association there? Do you have a
No, it's not association. No.
They're acting like they're all that. Okay, so you want me to look into? Well, I'll tell you. I can know why. Let me tell you this. What I feel that you can do. Maybe I'll look into it like that. What can you do? I think I have a feeling why they're doing that, because they think it's riffraff when people don't have cars running and they don't want them there for eyesore, which is a bunch of crap. Because most of the time, like where I lived before, a condo association or condominium or homeowners, whatever, they're the ones who go off into big board of director people that they are. But with you, your car's not running, and it's there. It's in the place where you live. It's in an unassigned. Who's in your assigned parking, Reggie?
It's an unassigned parking
I know,
area.
but you
But
haven't.
there's other cars here that has expired tags and with flat tires, and then I give them a ticket. So
Hold on. Let me close my door. Okay. Listen,
they're
Reggie.
picking and choosing, like.
Reggie, who's in the assigned parking of your parking place? You said you have an assigned parking also, right?
Unassigned.
Oh, you don't have assigned. Okay. Is everybody like that there?
Yeah.
Everybody has unassigned parking, not just you.
Well, it's both. People who pay for carpools and people who have unassigned.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they're threatening to, and they said, why are they threatening to tow your car? Because it's been there too long?
Yeah, we moved it, but they went way overboard on that whole thing.
Okay. This is my feeling. And so you're worried about this? First of all, my feeling is this. Excuse me. I'm all choked up with frogs in my voice. Okay. This is what my feeling is. Is there a woman that's bitching about this more than ever? A female? Is it a female?
Well, the lady I talked to, yeah, she's a female,
Okay.
assistant manager.
She's an
They got
idiot.
new people in the office there.
Okay, I see a female that is really emotionally distraught over her own personal issues, and she's reflecting them on you. I don't feel that they have this is the thing. It's almost like when people, well, I've spoken about, you know me well enough from how I pick up on things, but this is the thing. I'm seeing a female who is definitely not on her best higher vibration. What's happening is she's on a vibration of the lower, and I'm not saying this is what she does, but she looks like someone that would be constantly drinking right now. I'm not saying she does, but that of someone that personality that would be appearing like that. So she's extremely bouncing off the walls, and she's not very nice. And the timing of all this going on is, if she has, what is she? Does she have some type of authority? She's this the one particular woman I'm seeing. Is she a manager?
Well, yeah, the lady I talked to was the assistant manager. I never met her, but you know, she was just going overboard about those things.
She's having issues on a personal level, and I think that, you know, sometimes when people, I'm not saying it's right, God, I can join it. She looks like she has lighter looking hair to me, with lighter looking eyes, and normally she's a really great woman. I'm seeing her having real troubles in her personal life, so what's happening is the timing right now for you to be dealing with the situation at this time with her, if this is the assistant manager, she's a mess. I'm suggesting that you go see her personally, because you said you haven't met her.
Yeah, we moved the car, but I think she was overboard.
Yeah.
And you know,
you need to go talk to her personally, Reggie. I feel that you can get this resolved in a much better light, and you may be able to have a little bit more of a compassionate energy for her. I do feel definitely that, or you can carry the burden on your back and not know what the hell to do, because it can be kind of uneasy to feel that someone would tow your car. I don't know why. Is it the registration, or is it something? Whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. It's really to do with somebody is having their own issues, deflecting on you, so you're it. So what I am suggesting and encouraging, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm encouraging you to see her, meet her, and really simply to sit down. I think I feel that would be very reasonable. She'll be reasonable, and it will be okay. I really do. But if you don't,
think you think someone ratted me out or said something about my car?
No, I don't think
about my car.
I don't think anything of the sort. I'm not focusing on that. I don't see anybody ratting you out. I just feel that this woman is the one who's upset about it. And you did say something about an assistant manager that you know of. Whether I don't, you know, like I said, I'm trying to keep this really into one direct question. I don't see, it's not about ratting out. The fact is she has information already. Her insight is, or however they got it, I don't know. But because of that, I feel that you should directly meet her calmly and sit down and just discuss with her, hey, this is the situation, and this is, you know, my issue, and da-da-da-da. Would you guys just, you know, be okay, and will I be okay about not fearing my car getting towed? And I see that if you do this, you'll get it resolved. If you don't, you'll be carrying a big burden on your back on this one. And that's why I feel whoever ratted you out or not ratted you out really isn't, you know, is irrelevant, because now you're dealing with.
What I meant was complaining.
Okay, so if she complained, that you're dealing with what now is the situation is this woman.
Okay.
You know, the assistant manager, because she's all over the place. It has nothing to do with you, but she's going to be. Anybody has issues and they're going into work, they're going to be pissed off at anybody. You know what I mean? If they're having personal issues in their life, personal relationship issues. But I feel that she would. I feel that she would listen to you, and I feel that it would be to your best interest. Absolutely. And I don't see you feeling like you'd be losing something. That's why I'm saying, now I can't force you to do this. I'm encouraging you to. And for, like I said, forget about who you said told on you or complained. You're dealing with now the assistant manager that you feel has the authority to tow your car or not. Forget about who complained. They don't have the authority. But this other person would, maybe. Just go to explain to her what's happening. I see it can be resolved, but you've got to go directly to her. And I feel that even if she's not in a good way, just be really who you are and kind, and just, you know, sit down and read it and just say, listen, whatever's going on with why it's there, just saying, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm in a situation, you know, whatever it is that you need, be honest and tell her. And I feel that she'll stop and look, and she will stop, and she'll back off of you. Definitely.
Yeah, no, the vehicle was towed, but it's just that she was way over the top about it. And that's what concerned me.
Wait a minute, you say now your vehicle was towed?
Oh, yeah, I thought my niece towed her vehicle. She moved it.
Wait a minute, this is your niece's vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, so your niece already moved the vehicle?
Yeah, we moved it.
So this wasn't a problem, so that problem's resolved then, right?
Yeah, but why was she so over the top about it?
Well, she shouldn't be. She shouldn't have anything. If she still is, that's her problem. Who cares? It's not even there. She's going. Like I told you, she looks like she has personal issues. I would. Okay, if it's already been, go talk to her and ask her. If the situation's done over, really. I mean, So tell her to back off. Say, I don't understand why you're going on.
She has. She has, Maureen, but I'm trying to say, I was wondering why she was so over the top about it. Why she was so crazy about it. She looks like she's having a lot of personal. The timing right now, for her to be working in the system, any kind of position, is one where here's a woman that's having emotional issues going on, I feel, with a boyfriend or a man, okay? That's what I'm saying. And because you go to work, I know how us females can get, and you are just
you're just dwelling in all that crap of what's going on in your personal life. The last thing you need to be is being at work and then dealing with stuff. That's what I'm seeing to be the case. I feel that she's an okay person, but it's just bad timing. And it has nothing to do with you not liking you. It's because she's in, people deflect their anger towards someone else when they're having issues. That's all.
Well, I was just getting paranoid, so I'm not being picked out.
No, Reggie. But I suggest you would go talk to her anyway, and tell her, you apologize if she causing problems. Being a little bit kind to her right now, I feel would go a long way. And also saying I appreciate what was going on, and I want to let you know I appreciate what you do here. Just kind of give her, not lie, but appreciate her authority. But also wanted to let her know that even though she knows it, say I took care of it, it's gone. So are we okay now? I would do that, just have a good rapport, and I think she would appreciate that because of the fact that she's not being appreciated in her personal life. That's all, with her man friend. That's all. That's what I'm getting. Okay. I hope that helped you. I think it would.
Okay, well, thank you, Maureen.
Thank you, Reggie, and have a good night. Stay cool.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So we have Susan, Melissa Rose, Becca, Rose, Mrs. Mike, and who am G. Oh, geez, how can I forget G?
Hi,
G's in there as snot-nosed brat.
Georgia,
and then we have quite a few guests and Bobby's in there, and then we have quite a few guests that I don't know their names because they're just numbers.
Oh, okay.
But Rose wanted to call in, so I'm going to tell her to call in now.
So I'm sorry, Julie, how many call-ins do you think I'm going to be having? So I need to keep this to a short amount of time, perhaps.
To shorter them down? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And I think Susan is going to want to call in, too.
Wait, one thing before. Susan, I wanted to get back to you about that recording. I want to say it now, so you can hear me. I'm so sorry. The recording's on a computer that I'm having a problem with restarting to get that recording to you, so I'm not, I didn't forget about it. That's all I have to say right now. Thank you, Julie. I'm ready for Rose.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Loud.
And we'll see if Rose calls in now.
Can't you hear that music playing?
I can hear voices a little bit. I heard one
like
swear quite loudly for a while.
It's a no, they're playing it's great Mexican music. It's like from Mexico. Good Mexican music. Hi, Santa.
Here's Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Hello?
She needs to mute her,
you need to mute your
player.
Your player, Rose. Let me see.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Rose. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
I never call anybody honey, but I had to call you honey for some reason. It just came out. Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
I've been seeing some photos of you. You look fantastic. And I hope that, well, okay. Anyway, I have to do shorter readings than I used to. And these people at the beach are just partying. Sorry for the background noise. You guys are well. So, Rose, if you can ask me, because of my time, one particular direct question would be great. I'm ready for you. I've missed you too.
Yeah, I missed you too. What I wanted to know was, Glenn and I have just been friends. Nothing's progressed along. And a couple of years ago, he had an epiphany that he had to go to Austin to sort out his issues, even though he doesn't know anybody there. And he just won a trip to Austin with his bartending competition. And he's going, and he said, he just needs to be there. He feels like there's answers for him to let go of past relationships and so forth. And he set blocks along the way when I asked him, so why didn't you just pay and go yourself before? And he mentioned me as one of the blocks, when he met me. I'm wondering, after he goes there, will he come into a relationship with me, or will he just realize me and him aren't meant to be together?
Okay, and nobody else will know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, Rose, that's funny because the Texas thing coming up before, and then he wins a trip. That's all.
Yeah.
Is that synchronicity or what?
I know.
Oh my God. And people probably don't know what I'm talking about, but oh my God. But I know Rose, she's one of my clients and my friend. So, okay, so you're wondering, so he was telling you my understanding is what you said is he's telling you that he wants to go, and then he wants to go to figure out these blocks in his personal, or figure out or work himself into work himself or do his work, whatever that means, and you're one of the people that he talked about being part of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, but he said I was a block to him getting there after he met me. So that's why our relationship ended at the time. So I was wondering.
Wait, back this up. A block to getting to Texas, and that's why? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't understand that comment either. I was just like, whatever.
Okay. So what you're, okay, I'm sorry. I got the picture now. Okay, but the block that he brings it up, the way I'm reading that is saying you're one of the people he needs to start sorting out. I think you got that too. You know, read between his lines. He double talk. You know how he does. He gives you mixed messages because that doesn't make sense. So I think what you and I both know are on the same page here. So you're wanting to know if this is one of the things he's going to sort out, and it has to do with you. If he's going to, is that correct? Pretty much.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we kind of talk in those signs and like whatever. Good. Okay. Well, it certainly looks like that. Is he going to be leaving before the summer's end, or right after about the end of summer? Do you know?
In the fall.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. I do. You seen anybody else, Rose?
No.
Okay. I ask you for.
Franny pops up, but I don't count. Didn't see anybody.
Franny's excluding Franny, I guess. This is the thing I'm seeing. I'm seeing that I do see. It doesn't look like he's going to be there for very long, to me. Could be wrong. And I also feel that he's going. I see you and him coming back as more than just, like you say, friends, because you are guys like, he's just, you know what we know about this. It's a little bit more profound than most people. Listen, people, you know what I'm talking about. Some relationships are more profound, and this is one of them. I honestly feel that he is going, when he gets there, I see that it will be something like he wants to kind of connect back to when he wants to reflect on the past in a nostalgic way. Holding on to, it's like being a kid and holding on, because of what happened with him when he was a kid. Not that, you know, I'm saying bad thing, you know what I mean. It's almost like he feels like he's yearning for the past feeling like he was safe and sound. And that's the thing I feel that he feels really good about when he's with you, Rose. I'm not saying that he says this to you, okay, or talks about it, but when there's more of a, I know you've felt this with him through the years, but it's like someone when you're like, if you were younger, like before all the headaches come before you're 10, and two people are together and they're each giving something of comfort to each other. It's like he's longing for that. So I see him going, but then I see him being a little bit superficial. I see that he might connect with somebody that he notices that what he's doing is he's trying to be very superficial in anybody that he connects with, and that's not really what he desires. I see him coming back within. You say he's going in October, or you said something like that? Fall?
Yes, beginning of October.
Okay. I see him coming back within 4 to 6 weeks after that. I see you two reconnecting. I also see that he feels what that time was with him was he was a runaway car. He's out of control that he even went, because he could have probably done some things where he was at, but it's okay. I see him he's gaining a lot of personal power back that he feels really good about, which I think has a lot to do with this, all in all, his own individual feeling that he has his own personal power. He's always given that away, you know, not consciously, but it's like he can, you know, we've talked about how much he has going for him. He can do so much, but he stops himself from that. So I do feel that I do see him coming back around to you now. Well, let's put it this way. That's why I asked you about anybody else, and it's not. I exclude Franny because I can kind of see it's not him, but I see you and someone coming back together in a really caring and by choice loving connection that is lovely, and it's like not a lot of talk. I've talked to you about this before, where you're holding. It's just lovely. It's lovely, and it's by choice, and it's really kind and very truthful. I also see this to be more conventional too. The more conventional, I see completion. So, and I see him working hard towards something. I do feel that he'll get, and I see him working in a different area where he's going to be able to show off his skills or what he's really made out of. I think this trip's going to be great, or this move, whatever. I don't see it as a move. I see it as just like a getaway. I just don't see him being there that long. I don't know what he said to you about that or what. And the dog says next door, same thing. Sorry. Sorry, cute little Max said the same thing. But I do see completion with this in your reading. I do see that he really wants to work. I do see him clearing his head and getting some things in order. I feel that he's going to try to kind of frolic along and not be really involved with anybody that's very deep. But that's okay, because he comes back, and I do feel like he's going to reflect. This is going to be really good. I see this work. He's going to go do whatever he's doing. Whatever he's going to be doing, he's going to get a lot of things back from this, in his moments of more just deeper sense of the word. And also, I see him wanting a more conventional relationship in regards to with you. Now, I know you guys have been playing this dance, and a lot of people don't know this, but you have. I know it's been hard, but what I see also a completion there. I see completion with him carrying on and doing some better, more of what he's, more showing off his work. And that I've always thought about would be not what he does. You know what I mean? But the other.
Yeah.
And I do see him into the 3 months after he comes back, almost like into February. I see him also, things have changed enough to where I see him working in some new building or location, whereas he's showing, he's mastered, and he's showing what goods he has, which is great, instead of, walking alongside someone else and not getting acknowledged in the work that he does now. This, you know what, actually, Rose, what I feel very strongly about, I don't know how you feel about this, I'm glad to see that this is happening. And ironically, like I said, what a synchronicity. That damn Texas he'd been talking about for so long, and then he wins something that cracks me up, doesn't it? I mean, go for it.
Yeah, it was totally strange.
But it is strange. But is it? I always think there's a reason behind all that. I don't believe in anybody. All I know is what I know. But that is ironic. Because he'd been talking about that for a long time, but that wasn't going to happen. He said he was going to go, but he wins. Austin's a lovely place too, and I'm glad to hear it would be Austin that he'd be going to. But like I said, I feel it's going to be really positive, this situation. I do see him going, but he's not moving. I don't look at him as moving. I mean, I look at him as coming back in a month or 6 weeks. But I do feel there's a lot to be gained from this. I see positive things, definitely.
Okay.
Much more positive. And I hope you keep me in. When I saw the photo of you on, well, anyway, I said I wanted to say something, but yeah, you were there, and I want to say, wow, okay.
He wanted to be there for the competition.
Yeah, he sure did, didn't he? I noticed that. So I do see him gaining a lot of something here, quietly gaining, but I do see you too. There's completion. God, a good completion, and more of a conventional way of being together, and him moving along to a better place in work, not what he's doing right now. But at least he got it on. What did he get? That honor he got, the award, all the things.
He won first.
I know.
Best bartender in Boston by Boston Magazine, and they're sending him to Texas for 4 days.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the thing he won, but I did look at all those things one night when I was on there. I was going, wow, of all the things he got. This is like things you think you don't need. That was a great thing he won, because look at, he won this Austin. He's going to go, and I think it's going to be a really positive thing for you and him both, and for him as an individual as well, of course.
Okay.
Thanks, Rose, for calling in. Thanks for hanging out while we're having some technical difficulties.
Thank you very much, Maureen.
Bye, Rose.
Bye.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Julie. People still in the chat room, are they?
Yes, they are.
Do they like this? Are they okay with this? Everybody, I'm just kind of asking because I've changed. Well, I've already said it enough. I've changed. Julie and I, thanks to Julie and Ian, also changing my website. Just taking me on, the little birdie, little sick bird that I am. But does anybody say anything? Is the broadcast clear and good and audio just fine and all that?
Not a word.
Great.
No, I'm joking. they like it.
You like this?
A couple of people have commented on how they like the website, how much they did like the website.
I think Julie and Ian, thank you.
Becca and Melissa did.
Thank you. And Melissa. Is she still in there? Is Melissa still there?
Yes.
Oh, great.
952.
Yeah, you know what? I had this up here, and let me see if I can change it myself.
And Mrs. Mike says, is that Mary? Mrs. Mike?
I don't know. No.
I don't know either.
Is Mrs.
No.
Mike someone that we know that is coming? Well, Reggie came in incognito, or didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't say. No. Becca and Rose have and Bobby have been changed.
Change them still and more.
Yeah.
More. Let me see if that works. Okay, hold on. I guess it didn't go on. It's all right. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's okay.
Oh, that's right. You're not in the chat room.
No, I'm not. I'll figure that out next time.
Yes, we will.
Yes, I will. But I've got a lot of viewers on.
Mrs. Mike says she likes and Melissa says she's there. Mrs. Mike says she likes this show.
Oh, great. And the show will always be different. Well, yes, I'm the guest tonight. But like I said, it's been a long time since. And people, there's a lot of viewers. Well, there's a lot of good viewers over at Google Hangouts watching. 13 now, one more down. But if you'd like to come to TarotVisions.us, hang out, people, you can go in the chat room. If you go to TarotVisions.us and click on live show, it's really easy. It's not one of those really difficult things to do. I know it's like hell to get a name. They send you to another website. It's not like that. It's really easy. So if you'd like to come over there, I'd like people to come there, and that way in the chat room. Next week,
Mrs. Mike is Mari, M-A-R-I.
Oh, Mari. Oh, of course it is. What am I
Okay.
thinking? Hi, Mari.
Okay.
Of course it's a good one, Mari. Oh, I like that. That's good. That's a good one, Mari. I don't know why. I'm just like, I didn't get it. Thank you. And I get it now. Really get it, Mari. Anyway, is there any more callers?
I thought Bobby was calling in, but I guess he's not. He's now left the chat. So
Well,
he tried to call while you were giving a reading to Rose. So
then he leaves. He does.
And now
it's
he's left. Yeah.
It's so rude, Bobby. And you can re-listen to this. I'm going to send it to you. I've known Bobby since I used to date him when I was 18. He was a roadie for Genesis and Fleetwood Mac. I used to go to great concerts in the back. I would hang out with guys in Genesis. And I had a great time when I was 18 years old. There's just a little bit of something I wanted to tell you guys. Back in the day. And he was
back in the day.
And he was Bonnie. Last time he retired, he was with Bonnie Raitt. I wasn't knowing him at that time, but Bonnie Raitt was the last person that was in the, I think, early 2000s. So, kind of cool. If no one's going to call in, I'm going to close the show down.
Okay. Let's see. I will ask anyone calling. Anyone calling? So.
I'm taking faces. I'll figure out how to get in that chat room next week. Oh, next week we're going to be off. Next week we'll be back the week after that, right?
That's right. We're off next week.
And then we'll be getting more on it back into, because now we're getting to this.
Except for
when?
Nothing. We'll discuss this later.
Oh, it's okay.
While I'm on the road.
Oh, that's okay, Julie.
But you can handle it on your own.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Melissa said she will, and Bobby's back.
Oh, is he?
So.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear what I had to say about it. So, Bobby, this is your last chance, or I'm closing the show down if you want to call in for a read now. And if you play games with me, I'm hanging out. I'm just kidding. And
Melissa's going to call in.
Okay, so I have two callers. Well, one caller's the phone. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm just doing something here. I'm just doing something here called wow.
I don't know who this is, so here you go.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Hello, this is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. I'm glad you called in. Thanks.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd put my business all over now. But when I've been with a lot of different medical professionals the past every day. But I'm glad you called in. If you can even talk in code if you want to, because I know that you had something interesting. But I do need just to do a one question thing. But if you want to throw in code,
I can barely understand you. It's really, really fuzzy. It's almost like an echo.
Really, it sounds okay on my end. So maybe when you go to the archive on YouTube, this will be up on YouTube after I'm done. And it will be about the 8:00. It'll be within. I can't see it. It'll be. We'll just look at it this way. It'll be like within after the hour we started. You can look. You can forward it, and hopefully you'll hear better what I'm saying to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
You're ready for me?
Yeah.
So I'm at a spot where I'm writing, which I know we had talked about before, and I actually was offered a book deal. I was actually offered a book contract.
My God.
And so
Great.
it just completely stoked about it. But here's the thing. So I sit down and start writing this outline, and I start to go over, you know, figuring out the timeline for everything and yada, 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 because it's all based on kind of that blog piece, and I get stuck. So I was like, okay, what is it that I need to pay attention to get me past that being stuck point?
Okay. So you're asking me a question to this magnitude. Is there going to be a real...
Honestly, it really doesn't matter to me.
No.
You know how I am. You know how
I know.
blunt, open, and
But
understand. It just doesn't matter to me anymore.
I know, but the fact of it is, it's pretty normal to get stuck on something when something so good is. I mean, you deserve what. I mean, how fantastic is that? I don't know if you were shocked and then suddenly you're going to get stuck. But do you have a is there any pressure on you about what's going on or what the timing or is there pressure? Or are you just putting your own pressure?
No, there's absolutely no pressure whatsoever. She actually does not believe in putting deadlines on authors because she believes that it stunts the creativity.
Okay.
So there's no pressure at all.
Okay, so
none.
It's coming from yourself then, it sounds like to me.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's like, and I can't figure out what it is, and so the life of me is just kicking my ass all over the place.
No, Melissa, this is what I feel. I feel definitely that this is coming from you not being able to. This is a really great thing to have the vision of doing this, and then in the long run, looking at yourself, going, you know what, I can do well, and I can be independent. I don't need any guy or any man or anybody else to try and take care of me, or tell me, all that stuff. But the thing of it is, I feel that that's why I asked you about if she put any pressure on you about the, timeline. I feel that I'm not saying you consciously are or whatever, but I feel that you're kind of like putting too much on your own self. So if you just relax, and when you start. You said that you try. Okay, you just found out about this. Then you sit down, and then you said you feel like you don't know what you're doing, or you're not inspired, or you don't have that passion.
It's like I know what I want to put down. It's trying to organize it to get it so that it flows. And maybe I'm just going too many steps ahead of myself, and I just need to start writing and then worry about it.
That's right. This is my feeling. There's no right or wrong for certain people. And I know that you can read all the books or go to school all you want about writers and how they do things. Look at the geniuses, the crazies. The crazies. The crazies. Anybody like that. And and also I would be very careful who you confide in this about, because somebody could be saying, well, that's not the way. And I'm talking about people that don't really have anything to do with you, how you even got this opportunity. But I do see a male energy that would be going, well, he'd be very supportive. But suddenly he's like, he looks a little bit older. I don't know, somebody would say,
oh, I get you.
Okay, don't pay attention, because it's almost like, oh, well, he knows better, and you'll get confused. You know what my feelings are? Melissa, this is the thing. My feeling is you take initiative or whatever it is you want to do and throw it. And I like what you said by putting it all out there. And okay, so what does that mean? You don't know what you're doing. That's not how people do it in the writing realm, or if that's like your craziness coming out all over the paper. Who cares? Because if you've got so much stuff out there and you put it all, and then you can sit back and look. She's not giving you time. She's not pressuring you, which is fantastic. You can look at a lot of things and pull like one thing, like pull out from one. Do you follow me? Pull out another thing from another thread. And no matter what, if that's the right way or the wrong way, look at, even with art, people that do art, how the proportions, if you can tell, and I'm not putting down people that have gone into art schools and just, loveliness, and they got every proportion just perfect on it's like the human face or whatever. But there's some other artists that don't. They just are doing their art, and that's what they do. It's with you the same thing. It doesn't matter what who's supposed to, but one thing is for sure is my feeling is this. You definitely don't have pressure coming from the person that's offering you or seeing something really great in you that wants to give you this opportunity. And with that said, I would use that to my benefit. Now, I also see some heartache going on with you too. Pain, a little bit of pain stuff happening. So that sometimes can get you overwhelmed, but I feel if not, put that out wherever it should be in writing. I'm putting things out like this, you know what I mean, whether it be on type it on, put everything in the computer. I tend to do a lot of that too. I put so many different things, and then I go, and then I grab things and certain things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I might not like it, but at least you're throwing out things that are raw and truth. And then some things don't have to go.
Yeah, if it's raw and it's honest, right?
Yeah, and then you can weed through it. But if you listen to another, just male, and you know, that's not the way things have to be done for you. And I don't feel that, you know, this is something even as a child. I mean, I'm not going to go into John Bradshaw, child, but you need to come back into your, because when you were a child, you've had so much sensitivity and so many messages that were coming through. People weren't paying attention to you. And I feel that this is, and in your dreams, I feel that you can get a lot through your dreams of what you want to write about as well. I don't know why. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I'm going to have to start a dream journal then, because, honey, I don't ever remember anything.
I would, you know what? Definitely. Or do this. I just think it's so cool. I can see myself on my phone, and or do this. My niece would do this. I don't know if I told you, and a lot of people, it's a really great thing. My niece was, you know, we all, this dream journal stuff is lovely, but then we don't do it. Use your phone and record what you're, and my niece started doing this years ago, and it was so funny because she'd be half asleep, she'd press record, and she goes, I'm just thinking, but I'm feeling, but it was great because it was a really great way to do it, because you don't have to write, and then later on she's like, what the hell? But stuff was coming from it. So that's another idea that you can do.
But that's what makes sense.
That's right.
That totally makes sense.
So,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, I think so too. So I refer people to, well, I encourage people to do that, because I know dream journaling, hell, I wake up, I'm not going to still write. So she did it groggily, and you know, a lot of stuff came from it. I just feel that might be a good idea. I really feel this is a good focus for you, and it's really healthy for you right now in the meantime, because there's some pain going on in your heart. And
oh, huge. Every time I sit down to write, I bawl. It pisses me off.
But I think that's
but I know how to do it.
But Melissa, I think that's okay, and that's part of the process, and I think it's good. And
absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm really happy for you. That's fantastic. Don't worry about what you're not supposed to, what you are, what you're not. I see you being just fine. So I don't feel that you're being blocked. I feel that you're doing things differently. I don't think it's a blockage.
I guess there never was one to do things inside the box at all ever,
That's
right?
right. And there's no rule. There's no rule. There's no rule. I remember there's no rule.
Right.
You know, go about how you're doing it, and don't listen to that male energy. I don't know that, but just God. It's like enough.
I love it.
But you know, no, I think this is it's a great timing for you right now. It's a great timing this is happening for you at this time. I'm so happy for you. That's fantastic. I'm really happy.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm really happy. And you deserve it. And your photos I've been looking at are lovely. They're beautiful. And I just.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank yourself. I didn't do it. Thank yourself, Melissa. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So there you have it. Melissa, thank you for calling. And if you couldn't hear me that well too, when you go to when this is up on YouTube after the show, it will be about 12, go about 8 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11 your time. Or, yeah. It'll be about, you know what I mean. You can forward wind it. So.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay.
I'll do that, honey.
Okay, thanks, Melissa, for calling. And I'm so happy.
You take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Okay, Julie.
Lovely reading.
Well, thank you for giving me those little cue cards. I'm No, you didn't. I know.
No idea. Okay, Bobby said he wanted to call in. He tried again calling.
Oh, but he knew I was on doing it. Yeah.
And now here he is. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to let him. Hello, may I ask you? Turn the player on mute. Mute it. Thank you. Mute the player, Bobby. Mute the player. Mute.
You're breaking up.
Okay, Bobby.
I'll wait.
Mute the player. Mute the player. Turn the player off. Off.
Turn the phone off?
No, the player that you're watching me on. You got to turn it off. You have feedback. Did you do it? There. No, you didn't.
Hold on, let me get this squared away.
Julie, can you type it in for him to do it? Thanks.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
He should know. There's a delay.
I unplugged the.
No, Julie's typing in something for you. Mute the player. So, delay is interesting. You're such a bitch. I use these cards. Boy, I'm just a bitch, aren't I, Julie? I'm a bitch. I'm sorry. It's like a real bitch.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bobby. You think
You there?
I'm here, Bobby. Are you there?
Are we live?
We're live, Bobby. It's all you and me, superstar. Okay.
Hi, Maureen. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Bobby?
I'm good. Anyway, this might be a dopey question,
It's okay.
but it bothers me a lot. Will I outlive my cats, or will my cats outlive me? And if my cats outlive me, will there be somebody to take care of them?
That's 2 or 3 questions, Bobby. Okay, I understand. Wait, let's revise this. You're concerned.
I'm worried.
No, I know. Let me ask you what I heard you. This is what I hear you asking me in kind of a way. You're asking if something should happen to you, will your cats be okay, and will there be someone that will take good care of them? Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. See. Okay. Now, your cats do they range from what, 5 to 12 years old?
Are they what?
Their ages, 5 to 12 years in kid. Are they the ages of your? I don't know how many cats you have, but the age of your cats, are they from 5 years to 12 years old?
Oh, one's 6 and one is maybe 1.5.
Okay, so they're both young. There's no older cats. Okay, I see what you're asking then. Okay, so it looks like you're dying soon. Okay. No, you're not. Okay.
After
Bobby,
I thought about it, that's a dumb question.
No,
because,
Bobby, I understand what
put me on the spot.
No, Bobby, first of all, this is what I feel. I feel you need to stop dwelling in this issue about you not being, because you're looking in the past and dwelling in heartache of your heart, matters of the heart things, and it's not healthy. I don't feel that you're doing it on purpose or consciously, but you're dwelling in some things that make you feel like you're stuck and you're looking at guilt and regret of relationships that gone, just awful things. First of all, I'm heading towards the cats with this, but I wanted to bring this up to you. I would like to see you, or I'm encouraging you to go. Well, the beach is good because you're at the beach too, and because I do this, and honor all these things, especially 3 major things in your life, relationships that have been painful, that broke apart, but you're still looking back at them instead of being able to see how much wonderful fulfillment of life you have behind you to go on further. Because if you put a memorial, they'll all be a part of you, and go into the beach and give a little, whatever you want to do, light the little piece of paper on fire, and then bury it. Let it go out and see. It will be helpful. And the reason why I'm saying this to you, Bobby, I see you really connected with somebody that you really trust, a female. That I'm just saying that you could really trust, that would always have your best interest at heart, and it's a female that I would see definitely, and I don't see you going anywhere before your cat. So, but just saying, I don't read death anyway, but even if I saw it, I wouldn't read it. But I do see you going through. I see actually you particularly, your cats will be, you'll be living out your cats. You'll be watching your cats live to be into their 18s or 20s, okay? Which will make you a real old man. Okay. Hold on.
Don't make me laugh.
When you left, when you couldn't get through, wait, Bobby, when you left, you couldn't get through. I said some lovely things about you, so when you can listen to the show later. When you left, you couldn't get through. Julie said, "Oh, we left." I go, "Really?" And then I told everybody who you were and who you were to me and how cool it was back in the day. I said some really nice things about you, so you might want to listen to that later, when you left. Anyway, I also see that you're no way. In fact, I see you actually coming back into life, more about life. It's not a spiritual. You're going a spiritual. You've already gone through spiritual death. I see you coming back to life. It's not a physical death, and I see you moving forward. Even though Like if you think of a death, like a skeleton, even that, it'll make you forge ahead. And a lot of people will not be along the way. I see family honor. Your cats are going to be with you a long time. You need to be very careful who you spend your time with, though. The quality, it doesn't matter about the quantity. I think you know that because you've always, years ago it was about a lot of people, right, Bobby? But I do see females to be the best connection for you.
Female?
How many, are your cats females?
I have one female, one male.
Okay. Are you getting another one soon?
Well, are you available?
Yeah, meow, meow. I'm a Leo. My people say so. No, have you been thinking about getting another third one? I know that you like to pick up on, if you saw a stray, you'd bring her home, wouldn't you?
No, I understand what you're saying. I guess we shouldn't put it on a scale if I'm going to live for so many years. What if I was to walk out across the street and get run over?
Well, you could, Bobby. I could also kill you right now just from giving you the eye. Bobby, I don't see you going. We all could die tomorrow. I live where, I have signs where it says, "Watch out." What's the word? Tidal wave land. I live in tidal wave, and run for the hills. The hills are right. Yeah, the beach, the ocean's right in front of you. Run for what hill? The bottom line is we all could go. I just am not seeing you go so quickly. So don't be so dramatic with yourself. I think that you get to a point where you're feeling very saddened about past emotional heartache, and I feel that that's something that has to do with your feeling of not being around. Bobby, you're surfing, you're taking care of yourself. Why are you doing that if you don't think you're going to be around? That doesn't make sense. So there, boo-hoo. He surfs, he's still surfing. That's right. He surfs and he rides 5 miles a day. Bobby, I rest my case. You're fine. You're fine, Bobby.
No, he did a good job there.
Your cats will be
pretty
fine.
much hit it pretty good there.
Yeah, I sure did. And I hope that
So how about my cats?
I said your cats will be fine. They'll be with you. But if they aren't, I see a woman being the one taking care of them.
Oh, okay.
Always a female will be there to take care of your cats. Always. There'll always be a female there.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Okay, Bobby.
And I'll take it to heart.
Take it to heart. Okay.
Yes, I will.
I wanted to tell you I wanted to see you before last weekend, before my thing started last week. I knew I was going to screw up and say I'll be there, and I was running so late. Anyway, I'm glad I did call you. But when I come to Long Beach again, I would like to get to see you, honestly. I wanted to let you know that, okay? To be honest.
Oh, I knew you were busy.
No. I wanted to see you before.
Don't feel guilty.
No, I'm not feeling guilty. I'm just telling you, forget it. I just told you in front of everybody. So there. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. All right, Bobby. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Nothing personal here, okay? But I just wanted to make sure my cats were taken care of.
Yeah, you'll be taken care of.
Because when I was really sick, nobody
that.
was here but my cat.
Bobby, that's why you're going to be there for your cats when they need you. You guys will grow old together. You will. It's lovely. Don't worry. You will.
Okay.
Bye, Bobby.
Okay. Bye, Maureen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bobby. He's funny. Julie? Yeah?
Yes, that was a great reading as well.
Yeah, Bobby. Okay. So
you guys have me laughing for a little bit there.
Yeah, I had to just throw that out there because, cats. Well, I guess that's a pretty good question, actually. I mean, I would say. I'm just amazed how good the phones show this recording, this broadcast, Julie. I'm really happy. I think on my iPhone anyway. You have a cool what is it? You have that cool. Can you see it real clearly on
the
your phone?
Android?
Yeah.
And it's tsunami is the title wave.
Tsunami. Yeah, I always forget tsunami.
That T's is silent.
I know, and every time. Well, you know how I am about my grammar. I'm from Atlanta. So
yes.
Stop.
And me too. And so I'm thankful that you're there to.
In fact, there've been more
help me
signs put
too.
up. And lately, I just noticed another sign that was even more blocks away from the beach.
Hello.
Another
You have a caller. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oops, Mari, you're gonna have to wait.
Another caller before her.
Hello.
Hi, this is Becca. Should I call back?
No, Becca, you're on.
Okay, so I have another call after this too, right?
Yeah, this is Becca.
Hi, Becca.
Hi, Becca.
Hi, Becca. How are you?
Hi.
How are you, Becca?
Long time to
I know. I'm so glad you came by, and I'm really glad that you were patient hanging in there with us. Because I like this broadcasting better, I think. Yeah. So. Becca, how are you doing? You look fantastic when I've seen your, just your energy and you outwardly and inwardly. So I'm curious, how are you? Are you doing okay?
I'm doing okay. I had a the last 2 weeks have been very, very dark. You go through those periods where things are kind of going okay, and then all of a sudden you feel like, how in the heck am I going to get out of this hole that I'm in, and you can't see the light, so it's just the last 2 days I've kind of been, keeping my head back out again.
Yeah, well, I feel like you said something, and I appreciate you bringing that up. You understood what I was talking about, the bottom line. And yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But, so anyway, so basically what I just wanted to know is if you can, because a lot of things have been going on, or what I'm trying to make happen financially and with my book and moving and everything else, which we have to be out in 2 weeks, or we're getting pushed out, which is fine. We need to be out.
It's not by choice,
but
is what you're saying.
I just need to know.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
It's not by choice you're moving out, is what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Okay,
I got
it.
Correct, but it's time anyway. Right. But I'm just kind of wondering, when is everything just kind of going to be like just falling into place financially, physically, that I can just breathe a freaking sigh of relief?
I know, Becca. I identify. You can't even know how much I identify with the home, whatever. I'm so fearful. I mean, I get it. How about this? If I can look into, because of that, I could go into a lot of stuff. How about this? Will this this time moving forward into, whether it be by choice, not whatever, but it's time, like you said, going to wherever you're going to. Will you finally find, how I look at this? I was telling Julie the other day, it's so hard because I've always thought all I've been experiencing in my life is enduring it. And I'm so sick and tired of enduring life. And I'm not feeling sorry for myself, everybody, but Becca, what I mean? I love the work I do, but sometimes it's like, oh my God, I'm just enduring. And it's like, when is all this crap going to subside, or financially and everything else, right? So I kind of am feeling like maybe that's kind of like where you're at in this way, and maybe it's kind of like, okay, first of all, I do see what's going on. Like you said something interesting. You're moving, whether it be by choice or not, I get it, whatever that means, but I do see a big burden coming off your back on this one. Absolutely. It's going to be fantastic. I see you taking, I see your personal power is really intact. You've taken a hold of yourself. I see you being able, just because probably this move will be, like you said, when you said it's time, when I asked, this has happened to me many times, okay? By choice, I do see you being able to how to manifest from above, call it, our creator God. I call it God, I don't have a problem with that. To manifest everything into your physical world, you have this thing going on. Because of burdens, I see a burden. You said next week you're going to be finished with the place you're in right now, right? Next week?
Oh, I'm sorry, the last part again?
Next week, you said you're going to be moving on out of this home, right? Or this residence.
It'll be, within 2 weeks. One thing, I have one thing next week that has to be resolved, and then in 2 weeks, the big thing. And in 2 weeks, we have to move.
Okay.
And I feel like I just run away.
Okay, I see, what I'm seeing, is this any legal thing like this?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's okay, I know, don't do it. I'm sorry, I don't even do. I get it. Last year, I get it, yeah. You don't even know how much I get it. I feel there's going to be a big burden off your back. That's why I asked you about some legal thing, and it's good. It doesn't mean anything other than that. It's time. It's still like, crap. But the burden will be off your back. I feel you'll be able to breathe, and it will be okay. I see it in a lot of ways. It's going to be favorable, but not in the best of it. You know what I mean? Favorable as much as it can be, but I see that because the burdens, all this burden's coming off you're feeling like you're not so stuck in that moment of fear and all that stuff, right? Because it's moving forward, and you don't feel paranoid all the time. You know where you stand, and things are moving on. The thing of it is, I also feel that. Even though this is really going to be difficult, it's still, like I say this The things you think you don't need are the things you need the most. This is what I'm talking about. This is actually what you needed the most. I don't wish this upon anybody, Rebecca. I know it because I've gone through it. Like last year I did. Oh, yeah. It was hell. Yet again, and making me feel, ew. And I'm just trying so hard. This time around, you're heading in a situation. I see that you're already been going through some healing of some very old wounds from 10 years gone by, like stuff that has to do with some real deep things. Healing is already taking place, and I feel that you're not going to be around a bunch of anymore, and I feel it's almost like you're coming to a place where you're standing your ground, standing your way, or being in the authentic way of how you want to, or be going towards or doing things. But the bottom line is, I feel it's essential, or I'm encouraging you to get back into something creative that you set aside many years ago for some reason. I see you not being that, what you used to do, that maybe was a hobby. You thought nothing of it, but I see it to be more than that. Now, I know you're writing and stuff right now, but this could be something about maybe something you were writing many, many years ago. You didn't finish. You put it aside or behind you. Something. It's like I don't see, and I see your sleep getting better. Geez, a lot better. You're gonna feel like, okay, the fear you have, and I'm saying this is just a fear. I'm not saying this is real, but what I'm saying is you have this fear that you're a runaway car because of things that are going on now.
Oh my God.
And that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And that come January, it's like lost victory of everything. Everything's just not awful, and there's no shining light. I feel that that's just part of the old tapes that's always gone on in your life. Like I have that going on all the freaking time. And I know, I ask Julie, do I create this? Do I do this? Am I used to this? Am I doing this? Or what the hell? Because of the fear, you're looking around, okay, something else is going to. I want you to know this does not have to repeat itself. And I'm not saying, I'm not encouraging you to do things, but I'm also saying the feeling of being, the burden being off, you're not a runaway car. Look at what opportunities. It's you putting, God, I still do this. I know I'm trying to give you some best insight on this. As silly as it may seem, and I don't like meditating, he's all great and everything, but there's one person I think that might be helpful. If you listen to, his name's Paul Santini on YouTube, it's free. He does these great meditation. I listen to him. They're 3D. He guides you. They're kind of funky, but I dig them because they're good affirmations. I'm like, yeah, these look like shit, right? But it puts me to sleep because I can't sleep very well. And he's going, and he talks about people that are always, reliving these ongoing things. Like, okay, it's almost like that's what you're always supposed to do. Okay, yet again, here you go, and Becca's going to screw up things, or she's going to come into some mess again, or whatever. Yeah. I don't feel that you are, because your personal power is so strong. But you must know this, and it adds a lot to you. If you're even going to sleep and you can hear good things about yourself, and I know I have a hard time saying anything good about myself. And he says, I am, and then say something good about yourself. You know how hard it is for me to think about I am, and I go, I am bad, or I'll say bad things. It's really hard, I'm just kind of encouraging you maybe to think about looking it up, because I think that is all it will take, because you are not a runaway car. I know that you've always been in that role, or the perception of people. No more. You don't have to be. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself, too. Absolutely not. I see a lot of good things. Even though things may seem like here's a negative or whatever, I see more of a positive with this. I see that, I see a lot of things happening, but I see that you need to put some more value on yourself. And I don't think you've ever learned that so much before. I think you know, but then again, unconsciously, it's like you're looking for the next crap thing that's going to happen. And I get it. And it's so fucked up. I mean, it's like, why? I feel it's really important. I know it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's almost like just getting the damn tape loop out of your mind, get it out of there. And what the shock treatment might help. Oh God, no. But Becca, you have a great opportunity here. You deserve it. You've got to know you deserve it, and you really need to know. And that's really hard. Some people don't understand, well, what's the big deal? It's because it is a big deal for some people. Like, I can understand this. They've gone through years and years of stuff always going on. Okay, here it comes again. Here I do it again. It's really important to be around really positive people as well. And I'm not saying that that's not the case here, but I feel you need to know how cool, how magnificent, how brilliant you are. And I know it's really easy to say, I know, me too, huh? I can't even say that. But you are. And you don't need to fear being a runaway car. You don't need to fear those things. The only thing you need to fear is your own thoughts that bring it up. And, you know, I want to say, everybody listen up. You can definitely throw out some really good, and it works. And I'm a prime example of putting out all the negative you can think of, and it all comes running back at me. So if I can do that, how about these people that are putting out those positive things in the universe, saying, okay, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to put out deliberately do these things. And what then? Things happen for them. But what about me? People like me that go, oh, I'm putting out all this, I'm fearful of everything. I'm fearful I'm going to lose my home. I'm fearful of my mail. I'm fearful. And those things still come about because I'm putting it out there, you know. It's funny, I know. I think you can relate to it.
No,
you don't need to do
totally
it.
Me.
You don't need to do it anymore, Becca. You know. And I'm telling you, if I can try, you can try. We don't need to do it anymore. Right, Julie? Julie listens to my stuff all the time.
Right.
She does. Julie knows I've opened up. And Becca, this is a good time for you. And I'm just saying when those thoughts come in, I don't know. Just try to know that it doesn't have to go that way again. It's just that you're familiar with it. Going in that runaway car and but it's so important to go back to something, like I said, you used to do many, many years ago that was not yet completed, but it was before, it could have been so many years ago, it could have been so simple, but whatever it is, it brings something about that's more enlightening. I don't know what it is. Something, like from 8 years ago even. I don't know what it is. Something. Drawing, sketching, I don't know, something interesting. It's something that would just, I don't know why, it's like just debunking those tapes that go, and I got them too, Becca, I got those too, on and on. And I'm aware of it too. And if you are, it really sucks. I have faith in you though. You'll be fine. You'll be fine because I'm saying so, and I want you to prove it to me. There. I challenge you to prove it.
Okay. I'll go great. Now it's okay. Now it's on.
Yeah, and I'll try to my best I can too, because I think you two and I are alike in some of those what I'm talking about. Very much so, actually.
You have somebody else who's been trying to call
Okay,
in.
Becca, do you follow me? Okay.
Okay.
Did you follow me? I hope I helped you. Becca, you there? Hello? Oh.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Becca. Help me too. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay. Right.
Bye. Okay, Julie. Thank you.
All right. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Sarah.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a hot night.
Yeah, Sarah. Are you Sarah? Are you Sarah? Sarah. My sister Sarah. I know.
I'm your Sarah.
I can't believe it. You finally have made it.
I know.
Sarah, it was lovely seeing you last week. And what happened to those photos that people were taking of us? Were they so bad? I was looking for those. Remember what happened? I'm talking about we get together. I've known Sarah forever. We've known each other, like Georgia, 40 years. What is it, 40? Wow, we're so good looking. Sarah.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Hey, young at heart.
Yeah, no,
Bottom
Sarah,
line.
it was really nice seeing you. I'm so glad you made it. I think this is this the first or second time only? I don't know. I'm glad you're here.
Second time.
So Sarah, what's up? What can I help you with?
Hey, I'm going through some stuff, and I think I feel some changes coming on. And, I've been working for a big retailer, and I have too much education to be a manager, and they keep on putting these brain-dead people in there that are just so abusive. And I'm pretty well done. I got hurt twice at the job, and I with everything going on, I want to move on, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, you're still with the big M, right?
Yeah, with the big M.
Okay, I don't need to throw your business out there, and you're overqualified, is what you're saying, or is what's going on? You've been overqualified for what you said?
Yeah, they put these people that have no personal skills or any skills, business skills.
And you're ready to move on. You've been there for a long time,
Yeah.
haven't you? A long time.
Going on 6 years.
6 years, okay. Okay, so this is what my feeling is. Have you been reaching, there's so much commotion around it, I'll tell you something. There's been so many, it looks like, I don't know what they'll organization downsize, something, fleshing out people, bringing people back. I don't know. It's like there's been some new structure of some sort happening. Is that?
Well, is there? Because let me tell you, the boss that we have, he says you don't have enough education. You're not qualified. I said, excuse me, I'm 2 classes away from an MBA. You know, you've had all these little people in there with not even AA in there, and they abuse everybody. Come on.
You know, this is interesting. It just seems like, did you say he's a new boss?
No, kind of a new boss. He's been there for 3 years, and he's so abusive himself. He's like a little Napoleon.
Okay, I see a woman here that's really negative too, a female.
Oh my God, yeah, new one came in.
Very negative, and she is not right. And she also, there looks like if I am not one. Let me tell you, people, right now, I am not one who talks about. I mean, I was raised. You know, people don't sue each other. We don't do that crap, okay? But in this situation, I see some legal something surrounding you. I don't know if you've been thinking or whatever the thought pattern or what the hell's going on. I don't understand. But is there any legal thing that is connected with this?
I'm about to. I'm going to corporate just because she's such a bully. She stayed. I stole some book of hers, and then we just did inventory, and the book that she was lost was behind one of her drawers. She stated that I mean, she's a bully. She said, well, Sarah, you know, I have flasks because I don't drink out of the plastic water bottles because they're so toxic. Then she was spreading a rumor that I was drinking. I mean,
she's a mess.
This is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just going on and on.
It's crazy making. You know what? This is what I see. If there's any legal thing that you, and the corporate's going to really be backing you, I feel, on this one. I see a man who looks really positive that will be respectable. He'll respect what you're trying to. He's not an asshole, okay? And also, I do feel that you're going in there thinking it's not going to be working out that way. Like you're kind of going like, oh God, this is not going to work. Like you're not thinking that, why even bother? But I do feel it's going to be it'll be positive. I also see if there's anything that does come out where there's anything about legal, if there's a legal situation, it's favorable for you. And it's a favorable situation. You've been there a long time and doing that and going to all that. I don't know what kind of agreement or what position you have. I see you walking away from this with it wanting a deeper meaning. I see you having some. I see you having some time to move forward to something else. I also feel that because there's a positive legal thing, there might be some situation where you're able to do this in a very comfortable way because there might be some compensation or what's the word I'm looking for, incentive in money-wise, where they, I think that it would be fair to give you. So I don't know, like in some things where, you know, I haven't ever worked in the worlds of, you know, people get pensions, that stuff. You know, you have this or that. But whatever the situation is, it's not healthy for you to stay there. And because there's been so many different people going in and out, in and out, in and out, it's just, it is time, sir. You know it's time to move on.
Well, I know since I got hurt, now I have 7 herniated discs. You know, every time I lay on the floor or do something, I mean, the store's not busy when I do this, mind you. And or sit down, I've been harassed by management. And I said, hey, you know, the floor is dirty. I said, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But I had this one, the GM of the store come in and just rouse me. And I said, I guess that's another claim. He said, what did you do? I said, oh, it's so nice that the store is so clean.
Yeah,
you know, and the girls were laughing because they heard what I said. And, you know, I make it fun for everybody.
Yeah, but Sarah, you're not there to make it fun anymore. It's not healthy for you to be there at the end, really.
Yeah.
And I feel that last January, in the winter time, or in February, I feel that you had tried, or maybe had some type of feeling, or your thought or intention was to move forward, and it didn't happen. It was lost victory. Something went on there that kept you there. So I feel that this has been in delay, because maybe suddenly everything was okay. Right now, I feel, you know, you brought it up. I feel that you definitely are ready to move on because it's not healthy, for one. For two, it's just the people there are just not right. You know, I always say we're colored by our environment. Don't be around people in your environment that are crazy makers.
Toxic.
Yeah, crazy makers
It's
or whatever.
toxic.
You can bless their hearts, you can have compassion, bless their hearts and management, but you don't need to be around them and make everybody happy and give them a funny thing to laugh about. Sarah, that's the wrong thing to say. I make everybody, well, you're not there for that. It's wearing on you. You've got to think of yourself. I feel definitely the corporate is going to back you in some ways, and also I feel that there's something to do legally that you're entitled to where you could walk away to be comfortable enough to be left with, I don't know what you call it, severance or not severance, not just money or maybe that they've had in a
well, I have to go to a hearing for my back on the 3rd of September, but I have to get this letter written and put in, and this woman has to be taken out because she is just poisonous.
Okay, well, the bottom line is that's where I see favorable legal outcome for you in something, and I do feel that will give you, and it's time to leave. I feel that you do really, I feel that you'll be having an opportunity to, you're searching for a deeper meaning and maybe doing something on your own, in your own business. I don't know exactly what that is that you want to do, but I do feel favorable legal stuff. And so if that means having some, who cares about that woman, if it comes to her, all the other things you talked about, if you have something September 3rd, because it's coming up soon, I see it surrounding you right now, it's favorable. It's not going to be dragged out long, some legal thing, it's positive, like soon.
Good.
It's good.
Okay.
It's time, it'll be, kind of actually feels weird at first because you don't have all this craziness you're used to, but it will be a really good time for you to like start like fresh, you know, whatever you want
good.
to do.
Do you think I should get into marketing?
I don't know, Sarah, do you love that? I think you should know, you know what, my feeling is there's something I feel that you would always want to do, thought maybe passed you by. I don't know exactly, but passed you by. Something. Writing could be it. If that's the case, write about. You could do a lot of things writing what you know. And you would, I see that you'd have the means to do it because you're searching for a deeper meaning, and that's something that you could get out and have others be help. It would be helpful. I see it's another ride of a lifetime, Sarah. You're heading towards. It looks really good. It's hard because it is hard, but it's very positive. Every negative can be a positive. It's difficult, but still I see really positive things. So I'm happy that the stuff is tormenting you. I hate to say it because it's time for you to go, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It is time. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to miss a lot of my great customers. Okay, how about
Sarah,
love life, man?
Oh,
I mean,
Sarah,
it's been like...
Sarah, I need to get going because I know
Okay, all right.
Sarah, I told you to call me another time by yourself on your own.
I will.
And I meant that. So we can
Okay, darling.
Okay, do that. Bye, Sarah.
Bye, sweetie.
Julie?
Yes.
Is that it?
I think so. Mari was trying to call in, but Becca called in before, and I thought it was Mari until her name came up. And then I tried to explain all that to her in the chat room, and she left. So I don't, so I don't know if she's.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
So I can't communicate to her except for like right now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Julie, how many people are left in chat room? I just want to say hello.
There, G is still in there, and Becca's still in there, and Bobby's in there, and there's somebody, I think maybe Rose, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
And that's all. Everybody else has left. Susan and Melissa and the others that I'm forgetting have all left because it was late.
Okay,
and so they left.
And then there's some viewers over at Hangouts. Thanks for watching. Well, I'm going to close down now. I hope to show it well for everybody. And if there's any technical problems, we're going to be reading those things out. But this will be, I think it will be uploaded on YouTube right away, Julie, won't it? Yes.
Yes, it will be immediately.
Immediately up on YouTube. And like I said, I'm just beginning this new thing with Julie. Thank you, Julie and Ian, so much for doing my website and helping me. What they're doing with me, they're using me and abusing me. No, they're doing well for their bless their hearts, Julie and Ian. I mean that. So thank you everybody for calling in, and thank you people at Google Hangouts for watching. And maybe next time you can go to TarotVisions.us live show and come in the chat rooms and be part of the Bubba Boom Bubba Bean crowd. Okay, that's it. I'm saying goodbye, Julie. Bye, guys.
Goodbye, Maureen. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.